What's up guys, it's Drac, and I wasn't as excited about this one, and I'll get into the why of that pretty soon, but I did want to do a review for you of it. This is the 5 rounds included Rival CurveShot Flex. Still advertising a very honest 90 FPS down here in the bottom, assuming that it performs as we expect it to. And I do not want to miss an opportunity here to compliment Hasbro for that. After years of roasting them for lying on virtually every metric of performance they've ever put on a box, it's nice. It's nice to see them being a little more conservative, a little more realistic, and frankly, a little more ethical in their marketing. Hats off to you guys. I know you're watching. Over here, we've got Curve Your Shot. Spring action, includes 5 rounds, and then it has 8 rounds of total storage. I want to point out though, if you'd say it holds 8, just get it. It costs you nothing to add 3 more Rival rounds so the blaster can be fully loaded. Realistically, a gentleman would give you 9. No, it'll be 5 rounds, same as before. Anyway, let's go ahead and crack it out of the package and see what $15 of Rival action gets you. So I'm gonna get this out of the way early. This is not worth 15 United States dollars. There's so many better pistol category entries, even in the Rival space, that you can get for $10 or less than $10 from both competitors, such as the Apex from Dart Zone, or literally any of the internal magazine Rival pistols are superior to this in just about every way. That said, we're gonna review it on its own merits. I do just want to point out I have size large hands, that's my glove size, and I can't wrap my hand all the way around this grip super duper comfortably. To get the kind of performance that they wanted to get out of a Jolt style Rival blaster, they put a serious plunger tube in here and then wrapped a bunch of grip ergo around it, such that it's a lot. It's a lot of, you need some serious meat to really choke up on this thing. Now, in regards to its overall operation, and this is a gripe that I have, that if you're just playing around and plinking, it's not a huge gripe, but if you plan on using this as a serious, like, you know, Rival Arena or Rival Battle Blaster, if this feature is valuable enough to you that you wanted to choose this, I do want to point out again, there's nothing unique about this hop-up tab indexer that you couldn't do with any other Rival pistol simply by tilting it Omega Gangster mode in the direction that you happen to want it to curve. And that's because all Hasbro's done with the CurveShot line is take a hobbyist grade idea, which was, what if we moved the hop-up tab on a rotation index so that we could curve our shots? And they've implemented it with admittedly very physically responsive, very tactile, and you can hear that in that indexing features that just happen to sit in line with the muzzle there. That said, the step process of firing and loading this blaster is obscene. It's like not quite 1776 musket levels, but it's just about as close as you can get without a tri-corner hat. First, you have to take the safety off, which is hard to reach with your finger, but maybe you could detint it if you have super large hands. Realistically, you're gonna use your thumb to click down, safety off. Then you're gonna pull this back like this. You have to pull really hard. There's a lot of spring in here, and just to illustrate my point, if I pull it like this, normally, it comes right back. That time, we got actual mechanical feedback. When you pull it down, luckily it automatically opens the breech up here so that you can remove a round, put the round in here. Then, of course, you have to close it. Did it just fire when I did? Come on. So it's a fickle system, and now I have a round stuck in here that... Okay. So those are the first 4 steps. Then you're gonna do it all over again, but carefully. So prime, like that. Pull it tight so that it opens up. Then do this. Then close it gently, because if you close it too hard, it's gonna go off on you. Then you have a Rival round chambered, and you're ready to go, and your safety's off, and you can load it up and throw one down range. Spinability on this blaster is really bad because you've got this massive handguard, which fits the overall aesthetic of the swoosh and the curve line, but with no trigger guard, you can't spin it, nor can you holster it because of this ginormous kind of round holding apparatus. So you're really dedicated to the pistolero kind of class when you're using this bad boy. And again, I think that most people will not be doing this. I think that this is almost a training tool to let you know that if you want to curve that way, it takes a long time to click this and line it up versus, whoa, one action, just tilt and fire. That said, it's a relatively decent looking Rival offering. It fits the industrial design language of the curve line pretty nicely. I just think that with a lot less nonsense, this could have been a $10 pistol, at which point it would have been pretty fairly priced, or at least it would have been an aesthetic choice versus something like the Apex or even like the Kronos, which is just a strictly better pistol that costs less money at this point. That said, we will take it outside, we will put it over the Chronograph, and of course, we'll throw some of those wanted shots downrange and let you know how the indexing works. Let's go. All right, guys, so we're gonna put the Rival Flex over this chronograph and get you some good numbers. But before we do, we gotta do two things. First off, we gotta congratulate the winner of last video's giveaway. Congratulations to this comment right here. You've been sent instructions on how to redeem your $20 foamproshop.com gift card, where, thing number two, you could purchase an equally handsome Darty Dozen t-shirt if you were so interested. This one was just an idea that we had while we were working over one day at Aethernaut. I think we were in the middle of cooking lunch and we thought this would be pretty funny, so we threw it together. It's a variety of different darts. It's got a little bit of vintage flair to it. It comes on white shirts, it comes on black shirts, it comes on whatever shirt you'd like, and whatever size you'd like, we sell them all. We make them in-house on our own DTG printer here at foamproshop.com. Check it out in the description box down below. And if you'd like a gift card of your very own, all you have to do is be subscribed and throw a kind comment down in this video, and we'll get you next video. As far as the flex goes, though, all self-shilling aside here, let's gingerly close this, because otherwise it will go off on you and shoot you in your hand. Kind of a design flaw. We'll leave our hop-up tab in the upward position, and 89. So that 90 seeming pretty close, at least at first. 87. 90, there we go. And 89. All right, now the thing that I'm most interested in, I'm gonna go to my rival round bucket down here and throw a few on the side. You know, the amount of darts this should have come with is, I wanna put a few down range for you. I want you guys to hopefully be able to see as we fire down what the hop up looks like. So in the direct up position, we get a relatively straight shot that curved up to give it a little bit more range. And then if we go ahead, put this in, and then of course tilt our barrel this way, firing straight, we do in fact curve noticeably that way. Try the other way now. And so that one curved way sooner for whatever reason, but it also curved in the direction. This is the one that I'm most confused about. We've just put the hop up orientation in the downward position, and I'm sure that that's gonna, yeah, just drastically reduce your range. It goes forward and then whew, straight down. It's like a ping pong ball at that point, but with dimpling, so the effect is far more dramatic. And then I guess to further exacerbate my point, if I want it to curve this way, all I'm gonna do is tilt this way, and oh look, same effect. Kind of wild how that's all you have to do. Curve that way, and a little subtler, admittedly, curving that way, but certainly still fully functional. Then as we kind of double load it just for giggles to see if we get a shotgun blast. Double loading this guy does give you, they both hit the hop up tab, one goes straight, one goes up. Anyway, so in closing, I think that the Flex isn't worth 15 United States dollars. I think that it's just not enough pistol for the price. However, it's an interesting gimmick. It's certainly an exaggerated version of the CurveShot phenomenon that you can get with dimpled darts. And the one complaint I have is that, like my model, and hopefully it's a lemon, you have to be very deliberate in your actions to get it primed, but then not too deliberate in your actions or it'll unprime itself, which is just sort of bad design. What are you gonna do? For those reasons, this guy is a serious pass for me. I think that you're better served by the options that I mentioned earlier. And I'm happy to link them in the description box down below, along with a link to my Discord if you want to talk new releases, or just hang out with me while I'm live on Twitch, as well as a link to Foam Pro Shop so that you can either spend your gift cards that you may or may not be winning, or if you just can't wait, you could pick up the new good right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Much love. Blast on. Drac out.